All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a case that started out as a missing persons report, but it unraveled into a chilling murder investigation. And the whole thing cracked wide open because of one single handwritten note.
Okay, so let's get right into it. This whole thing kicks off in Surat, Gujarat, with what seems like a totally standard, though tragic, report to the police. But as you're about to see, the man filing that report, well, he quickly becomes the center of the whole mystery.
Right. So picture this. A 40-year-old man named Vishal Salvi walks into the Gadadhar police station. And he's got a pretty worrying story to tell about his wife.
He's playing the part of the worried husband perfectly. He tells the police that Shilpa, who's a dietitian, hasn't been seen for 4 days. And just like that, what looks like a normal missing person investigation gets started.
Now this is where things start getting interesting. You look at their lives on paper, and there's a huge difference. Shilpa, she's highly educated, a master's degree, just opened her own clinic. And Vishal, well, he used to work at a diamond factory, but he's been jobless for years. And as police would later discover, this gap was a massive source of tension between them.
Okay, so the police are just getting started on their search for Shilpa, right? And then bam, the whole case just flips on its head. The person who reported her missing suddenly becomes a missing person himself.
I mean, just look at how fast this all happened. On April 24th, Vishal reports his wife missing. And then, just 2 days later, he's gone. Poof! Vanished. At this point, the police had to be thinking, wait a minute, what is really going on here?
So who cracks this case wide open? It's not some seasoned detective, not some high-tech police work. No, the absolute key to this entire twisted mystery is found by the couple's own young son, right in the middle of all this chaos.
So while his dad is gone, their son finds this little handwritten note, a chit, as they called it, and he hands it over to the police. And you know what? That little piece of paper, it changes everything. This isn't just about two missing people anymore. Things are about to get a whole lot darker.
So what did the note say? Well, it starts with this incredibly defeated line. I could bear it no longer. Vishal writes that their marriage had soured just 3 years in, and after years of trying to be patient, he'd finally just run out.
And then comes the bombshell. In his own handwriting, he admits it. I was compelled to commit a crime. This is the exact moment the investigation shifts. It's not a missing persons case anymore. It is officially a criminal investigation. And their biggest piece of evidence is the suspect's own written confession.
And he makes it crystal clear that he was in this alone. He's basically writing, "Don't look at anyone else. This was all me. I did every single part of this myself."
And then, the line that provides the devastating answer to the one question on everyone's mind. Where is Shilpa? He doesn't just confess, he tells them exactly where to find her body. Okay, so the police have the note, they have the address. Let's follow them to this location because what they find there is truly grim.
So, following the note's directions, please show up at this old, locked-up family home. It's pretty run down, but it's exactly where Vishal said to look. And inside, they find something that confirms their worst fears.
So they get inside, and they spot this big wooden box. And what's the dead giveaway? It's covered in fresh cement. The cops know this isn't good. They force it open, and there she is, the decomposing body of Shilpa Salvi.
You know, this detail tells you so much. This wasn't just a murder. This was a cold, calculated effort to hide the evidence. Using foam and cement, that's a deliberate attempt to conceal the crime and make sure her body was never discovered.
So they have the body, they have a detailed confession. Now there are just 2 things left to do. Figure out why he did it and go find him.
So why? Well, the police investigation painted a pretty grim picture. Their marriage had been rocky for years. Vishal's unemployment, combined with his deep-seated suspicion that Shilpa was having an affair, created this pressure cooker at home. They fought all the time, especially, and this is a key detail, over her refusing to let him check her phone.
And as for finding him, well, he didn't stay hidden for long. The police tracked him down pretty quickly to a rural spot on the outskirts of Surat. After Shilpa's father filed the official complaint, Vishal was taken into custody for the murder of his wife.
It's just such a disturbing story, and it really makes you think, doesn't it? That behind the public face of a marriage, a totally different reality can be fracturing under the weight of suspicion and resentment. It's a dark reminder that you never truly know what's happening behind closed doors.